guys, hope you're having a great day today is Thursday. Happy Thursday morning to you. I hope that your morning is going well. My morning is starting out well. I got off and I'm like, should I film inside? And I'm like, it's not raining. That's a positive. It's not windy and it's not freezing outside. So why don't you sit outside and start your video? So that's what I'm doing today. So good morning. Hope you've had a good rest last night and wake up feeling refreshed for today. Today we're talking schooling. A lot of you that watch homeschool your children, and you have a lot of questions, especially this last year because everybody was thrown into the homeschooling world. And so I know for us we didn't get affected by anything because life just went on just as normal. But for a lot of you, that was just like a stark difference of like, oh my goodness, what do I do? And then when you start learning about all the different homeschooling styles that there are and the different learning things you can do, and it can get like overwhelming. All you have to do is open up one homeschool catalog and start looking and go, oh my goodness, like I need this, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need that, which I did back in the day. And then I'd order all these things and I'd be all excited. I'm like, we're going to learn and do all these fun things. And then school would start and I'd go, oh my goodness, there is so much to do. This is overwhelming. And then I would opt out not to do it too much. Hey, Maxine. She's like, hey, guys. And so, we've gotten different things. There's a lot of great resources out there. And tried so many different things and done things. And there's great books out there. There's great learning things. There's great textbooks, workbooks, all different kinds of things. And what I found is that it just can become so overwhelming and you get so fired up about stuff that you just like lose your interest in it and you just kind of, streak back, and then school becomes overwhelming. It becomes like something you have to do, and so it becomes less and less more of like you don't want to do it anymore. And I get that. Same reason kids get bored in school all day long. And so then you throw the term unschooling out there. That's more of what we do, and people start like going, oh my goodness, your children run around all crazy today, no showers, no baths, and just whatever, playing video games all day. And that is not the case. So they have, extremes, just like there's extremes in everything. And so, but we do, I'm going to say an eclectic approach. Is that the word to use? We use like a modge podge of things to make our homeschool day work. And so we have just found, I have just found that sitting a child down for the amount of time that recommends you sitting down doing schoolwork is a lot for a child to sit and do all day long, and they become bored and it's like they're just zoning out on things. And so I have found that real life hands-on skills get your child a whole lot farther in life. Do some learning in real life, like today instead of doing a bunch of paperwork and things because we've had a busy week, we're going to do more hands-on fun activities. And so we got some great science kits that came to me. I'm going to show you that the kids are so excited to do, and so we're going to do those today. And then that is not my gifting to science, and so I'm thankful for these because it's not where I thrive, and so I don't naturally want to go towards science things. But my husband loves that aspect, and so he loves doing that with my children, teaching them things, and I'm just like, I just skip it all around. So I'm thankful for him. But let's just say it's just you and you don't like science, and so that's where things like today that I'm going to show you is going to come into a good way for you. And then we're also going to do some fun crafts today because we got some fun things in the mail that someone sent us, and we're just going to sit around, we're going to paint. We're going to paint and have fun time and enjoy that. And they're going to learn things. They're going to learn how colors work. They're going to learn how to create things. They're going to learn if they don't cover it all the way, what it looks like. And so there's no going back and mixing it unless you take the paint off and redo it. Hands-on learning. Then we can also go to our local library. Our library is back open, so we're going to go to the library, pick out some books, and let the kids get some videos, things that they enjoy watching and doing. And so learning how to do that and be responsible to bring them back, those are all good teaching tools for your child. We're going to go in. Kids are going to be up. Let's go do our fun day of learning with the kids. That's what we're going to do. You guys already know what we do for book work, so we're not going to show that part today. Today's just going to be a fun day. We're going to learn, and then we're going to pack some lunches today, and then they're going to go outside and they're going to enjoy some fun picnicking in nature. There's different things at the park that they're going to enjoy watching. Just getting outside is a great thing, and just enjoying life is a great thing. And so it doesn't have to be real set in school. Think open-minded. Okay, what else can we do that's fun and learning? And make it fun for your kids. They're going to learn at a whole lot bigger and greater pace. So let's go inside and go do some fun. Thanks Mel Science for sponsoring this video. Mel Science is a subscription service that offers monthly service boxes which combines hands-on experience with VR and AR technologies to engage kids in studying science. They are breaking the stereotype that science is boring, difficult, and only for certain types of people, like myself, that does not enjoy science. So this has been a great alternative for someone that does not enjoy it, from like personally, to be able to go, wow, this is actually fun and cool to do. Science is about exploration, experiments, discovering, asking questions, all of which comes naturally to all children. Mel Science helps nurture children's natural interest in science by giving them fun, hands-on experiments to engage, serious, detailed explanations to learn VR and AR. Each kid has their own science box set from Mel Science Company right here. This is the Mel Chemistry set. So Jensen is making a tin hedgehog was his. So he's inside here. He got to put some zinc inside. What was it inside?
You wanted all the chemicals?
Some chemicals, yeah.
No, I'll tell you.
Daddy will get it here. Oh, he's looking. He's looking for the chemicals. He put it inside. Right
Symbol
here.
of SN.
Right there. Here it is.
Yep.
They see it right here.
So we have SN, which is tin on the periodic table, and
Yes.
then we mix it in with zinc,
And it's making a little
which
hedgehog.
is ZN.
So he's making a little hedgehog right here. Very cool. So each kid would get, like, this is, tells you how long it should take, 20 minutes. This is Tin the Hedgehogs, tells you the safety, disposal. Goes through the step-by-steps, and all the stuff is labeled in the kits of what they can do so they can kind of work on their own. So Madeline's over there doing polarized light. Steven's doing the junior one. Let's see what they have. So Steven's over here making his. He's doing the little, he's making this here, and it's got step-by-step instructions like the Lego set here. And Madeline's over here doing some fun stuff. Let's see what she's got.
I already stretched it.
Put it behind it with your glasses on. See what it does. All right, what's Jensen doing over here?
Okay, so you charge it?
You're charging the electrical things. Are you supposed to put it in a cup like that? Autumn's over here making hers. Look at her. The glasses, creating all these fun things.
An electric
She's going to make an electric tin, whatever that is.
A metal tree.
A metal tree is going to grow before your eyes. Look how fun this is.
No!
Oh, look at what Steven did a hydraulic.
Well, let's see Steven's.
Check that out,
Let's see
dude.
Steven's.
That
That's
is
so
cool.
All right, look what Steven got. The finished product on his. What do you got, Steven?
Steven
Let's
is
see.
working with hydraulics. Squeeze the plunger.
Look at that.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Ooh, we have one successful experiment.
Successful.
I'm gonna try.
Yes,
Great job,
What are
buddy.
you talking about? Where's my phone at?
See that water power? Water can lift a lot of weight. And now look at this. See if it'll lift my knife. Easy, right? Let's get something even heavier on there.
Try your phone. Try.
Oh, let's try this whole big thing of hand cleaner.
Is that gonna work?
Look at how strong water power is, Mama.
Oh my goodness.
This isn't. Can it work?
Oh!
Daddy!
That was pretty awesome. It almost lifted this whole thing.
He's like this or like a...
No. It would have lifted this if it wouldn't have had a weak point in the system.
Oh, that scared me.
How the instructions
It can only be as strong as its weakest link.
I
right?
guess. So fun.
Awesome.
So this is
dude.
the one for ages
Fill it
5
up
through
with
9, the
water.
Jungle Jack.
Syringe-
Pretty cool. And it
syringe
includes
some
everything
water
that you
in there.
need. They can build on their
It-
own,
it
which
only-
is pretty cool.
I'm sorry, babe.
Go ahead.
It'll only work if it's full of water. So.
That's so fun. So much fun.
Okay,
But that was pretty cool.
It was.
Okay, for each of the kids, he got the Jungle Jack. We got Maddie got the physics one. Can you see?
I figured it out. I'm so smart.
She's so
It
smart.
worked?
It worked. Here, put them on. Can I try? Look
She's
at
so
put them
smart.
on. Dude, I see it.
Oh yeah, awesome.
There we
Wait,
go.
hold on. Stop. I thought they make like a.
Really
There we go.
cool.
So she's doing the
I see
polarized light
colors.
one, which is
Yeah.
physics one,
Yeah.
and then Jensen and Autumn have the chemistry set. So they're building the tin things, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Alright, Posey, we're gonna try something different. I think running through these alligators.
Try it on
but-
Jensen's.
What?
Try it on Jensen's.
All right, Steven's
No,
lifting up his.
We're gonna submerge these right in your solution.
Mine's already
So this is Mel
What?
Kids. This is for ages 5 to 9.
Pour it back in there.
And it works.
And it works. He's getting it here. Madeline's down there doing the Mel physics, and that's ages 8 to 14. No, the Mel chemistry is 10 to 16. That's what Jensen and Autumn are doing over there. So they're gonna do some fun things. Let's go see what they got done.
Not really.
All right.
Oh yeah.
I see
Look
it.
right on the negative terminal. It's starting like metallic
Oh,
particles
look
are
at
starting
that.
to grow.
Look at your hedgehog thing.
Yeah, the hedgehog experiment
It
totally
doesn't really
worked.
look like a hedgehog though.
So they're using all the same solutions
Yes.
for every experiment they've got.
So they give you the starter kit right here, and this includes all the little beakers, pieces like that, and the glasses for everybody. And then every month they send you a box that your kids can do the projects with, and it gives you all step-by-step instructions. Pretty cool. Maddie's gonna make an experiment explosion.
She
Hi,
didn't-
Maddie.
Well, she didn't get to do the hedgehog
Okay.
yet, so
She's
this
gonna do
is
the
gonna
hedgehog
be the
one.
ultimate hedgehog experiment. We'll drop the zinc tablets in, and then we'll let these really sit for a long time. And let's see what kind of little hedgehog dudes we can make. Very cool.
Very
This is
cool.
awesome. The chemicals are like super simple, you know, like the elements easy
able
to
to-
explain for the parents.
For like me, say Greg's got it.
Yeah.
I'm like, can you come help Maddie with hers?
Well, and then also you get, you know, like this little battery pack
Yes.
and a couple of leads on it. So if you wanted to go get an LED light, you know, you could use it for other experiments. You know, so it does come with some cool stuff that you can use for other things too.
I love it. All the fun things to do. So Jensen's got a. What do they got, Jensen?
Can I please try one?
They have-
bad.
they have a-
Not
not bad at all.
This here, like the understanding of hydraulics and you know the force that comes behind fluid, that is an excellent, like
Mine?
live example of that.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yours.
Kids got. They got it. Let me come see the VR headset. Bring it over this way.
Hey, oh, I'm sorry.
Just show the camera.
Go ahead.
Everyone's
you know what
fighting-
you know what we need to make for the kids?
Oh, oh, look at. Look at that.
What is that?
They can see it right here. Just leave it right there. Leave it right there.
What is it?
That's funny.
Wait, does it got the apple?
That's
in it?
kind of. That's cool. That's a VR, the headset that you have. So they put
That
their
came
phones.
with this?
Yeah. They get their phone in there and they can do their stuff. Kind of cool.
Let me see that, Jensen.
And then the kids are down there. Autumn's down there doing her little experiments.
Dude, that's.
I know, right, Dad? So fun.
That is way cool.
It's like a VR world.
VR vision.
Oh,
Very cool.
Do this.
This
Hold
is
your
a fun
head
day
down.
doing science. Another fun thing that we are doing today is we got some birdhouses from Barbara Coyle. She sent the birdhouses to the kids. So they're all painting their own birdhouse that we're going to be able to put outside. So let me show you what they got. All right, here's Steven's. He's got his. It's going to be a white birdhouse.
And I'm adding a bit of this.
Look at that. Looks like
Bit of
galaxy.
galaxy.
Madeline, you got some stripes going.
got it from
Look at
Jensen.
that one. That's fun.
It's like a lemon.
Autumn's got the color palette over here. And she's got a red one.
I'm gonna do
looking-
white on the bottom.
White on the bottom. Brooklyn.
I'm not.
Brooklyn's painting.
I
she's not
sketched
painting
out a
bird.
door
You're not
so
painting
far.
a bird. Look, she's got a door on there. I figured there'd be like a live bird on the outside or something. She's such a good
You
job.
never know.
This looks good. Oh, look at that.
I added a little.
Yellow in there. So they're doing that. They're painting away. Looking good. Brooklyn's never painted a birdhouse?
Neither have I.
You haven't.
I've
Look
only
at
never
that.
painted a
all
thing.
bird I've only done a penny bank. I've
All
only
the cats-
done
all the
a
cats
piggy
eat
bank.
birds.
I've only done a pit. I do.
We do like Dad would do. Okay, don't.
Don't get his butt.
Looking good.
Isn't it cool though?
Very cool. All right, Jensen's left. Look at his birdhouse. He was doing the daddy action, like on top. That's like a cool galaxy looking one. Look at that. That looks awesome. Brooklyn's painting hers orange. I like it.
It's not
Madeline's-
orange. It's color in between, Mom.
So sorry. The color in between orange.
If you mixed orange. Okay.
She's got the real. Oh, look at it. Steven's over there. Steven's over there blotting down too. And Autumn's got hers. Look at that. Those look very nice. Madeline. Look at that.
Brooklyn suggested to do.
color palette.
Yeah.
Brooklyn's got
to
the
do
good color
that.
palette.
Green
so it's
and
very
yellow.
nice. We'll have to put those out front. Look at that.
I'll put it
Steven
outside
got-
away from.
Well, Unschooling is an educational philosophy that provides the most freedom than any other learning methods that they have. And it helps prepare your child for the uncertainty, for their future, because our world is changing all the time. You can't predict, like when you go to school, they predict what jobs are going to be there when you graduate. They predict what it's going to be like in 5 years, in 10 years, in 15 years, and that's what they prepare for. That's what they try to teach you for. But guess what? Last year, no one could prepare for that. And no one could prepare that our whole world is turned into everything online and everything's the technology that we have today. No one knew that 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Unschooling helps you prepare your child for those situations. And the beauty of unschooling is that it's a search for answers, because I don't have all the answers, right? You don't have all the answers, but we go on a quest and we find those answers together, which is pretty cool, because if there's no answers to be found and you're just said, here, this is all you learn, not very exciting in life. Now, we do some structure, but not a lot. We keep some structure to keep some things, because life has structure to it. There are certain things that you should abide by. There's certain things you should do each day in your life, right, to create structure. But for the most part, it's just life happens and you have to be able to adjust to things. I think that a lot of people, they're used to, like, if it's not this way, they have a meltdown, or if it's not this way, it brings anxiety. If it's not this way, you get depressed, or if it's not this way, you get overwhelmed. And so it's like, if you can learn to bend with the times and go, okay, this is not how it's going to work, so we're going to have to adjust and do it this way. Or if this is, we don't have all the tools for this, so we're just going to have to adapt and overcome. I think that's a motto for somebody told me that someday. So you teach them to adjust based on whatever situation they're in. And unschoolers learn just like you and I do. Like, what's the greatest thing that you love about learning? Like when you watch YouTube videos and you learn how to cook, or you learn how to clean something better, or you learn how to, want to learn some information on how to learn how to crochet or knit, because you want to learn how to do it. Same thing for your child. You base their learning on what their interests are, because not everybody is the same. Not everybody wants to cook. Not everybody wants to clean. Not everybody wants to learn Korean like my girls. Not everybody wants to learn how to crochet or sew, because that's not my gifting. So you base their learning on what their interests are, which is good, along with mixing in a few things. They get a little dabble of, like, here, let's just try this a little bit. You may not be great at it, but let's try it. That's okay. And then we also help them learn based on what we have. It's not always feasible, like, to go out and buy. Like, let's say we're going to learn crocheting and knitting. Well, might not be able to go out and buy all the tools to do it. So we have to look at, well, what do we have? Let's base it on the tools that we do have. YouTube, free videos. Let's go pick up a few things of yarn at the store that doesn't cost a whole lot, instead of going out and buying a whole kit to learn how to crochet. That's just one area. You do it based on the tools that you have. So your child doesn't think that they have to just go out and buy the most expensive thing to learn something, that they can learn based on what they have. And learning is based on curiosity, which is pretty cool, because wouldn't you rather be curious and try to learn the answers versus, you have to learn this. This is the rules, and this is important for your future, right? And that's not very good. You just want to do it based on your curiosity of how it's going to turn out. And this is how I learn as a parent. This is how I learn as a parent of 10 children. I didn't learn it because someone told me this is the way it's going to be, because no. I remember reading those parenting books in the beginning, and I can tell you that every single child is different, and that if you train up a child one way, the odds of them, all of them acting the same way that you told them to act, is totally different. I feel like people raise their kids and they feel like I don't know, there's different parenting methods and different training methods for your child, right? And if you raise them, that they're all going to go one way. They're going to be exactly this way. No, they're not. I know that's not true, because I have 10. And if they're raised in the same household with the same things going on, with everybody taught the same thing, guess what? One's going to go this way, one's going to go that way, one's going to go this way, one's going to go that way. And that's the way you want your children. You don't want the cookie cutter approach children. You want children that are going to go out and use the skills and giftings that God has given them to make a difference in our world. So don't just fall prey to, this is the only way to learn. Open up and go, okay, they're going to learn this way, so I'm going to teach them this way. They're going to learn this way, so I'm going to teach them that way. Be open to different ways of teaching. Now, there's so many different things you can do to do an unschooling approach. Like, a typical day for us would include, we do have set books that we do. I use my own curriculum, and I also get books from other resources as well. And so I have different children that learn different ways, just like everybody else. And so some of my children like the textbook approach. So they like that textbook, knowing to read and answer questions. So I make sure that child has those sort of resources. I have one that doesn't even enjoy reading, can read, but just doesn't enjoy. So guess what we did this year? Didn't make them read. What, Amy? Your child didn't read? Well, they read. They read things. They read text messages. They read things for their school books. They read things like when they do things online. So they do read, and they can read well, because I can have them read something and they can read well, but they just don't enjoy it. So guess what? They didn't read a single book. I think they started in the beginning and then they didn't all year. Well, guess what? I didn't push oh, you got to read this book. You have to read this classic or you're going to be a failure in life. No, that's not how that works. But guess what? By the end of the year, this year, they're like, you know what? I want to go to the library and get a book, because I haven't read in a long time. I'm like, all right, let's go get a book. So by not pushing it, is a good thing. You got to make sure the child knows it. And if they don't love reading, someone asked me today, how do you get your child to read? Just do it every day. Every day. Go for, especially if they're struggling with reading. Practice 10, 15 minutes a day. every day. And that's it. 10, 15 minutes every day. Don't stress over it. Don't like say you have to read this whole book or you're, and then you can go play. No, just do like 10, 15 minutes, set a time, and practice every day consistently. They'll do great. And then as they get older, they might not enjoy reading. I have some that just don't like reading books. I used to love reading books. I probably don't enjoy it as much now, and that's okay. I listen to a lot of people just listen to podcasts, listen to audio things, and they enjoy that. That's a great thing too. So get one of those for your child. If they enjoy listening to stories, let them listen to some audiobooks or podcasts or whatever your child does. Maybe they just enjoy videos better. Get them some learning videos to watch and movies. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. As long as they're taught the basics, they do know how to read. They might not enjoy it, so you know what? Just do it as they are. As they get older, I found the ones that didn't enjoy reading as younger. As they got older, they enjoy reading more. And then I have some that didn't enjoy it, and then they still don't enjoy it. And that's okay. That's just the way that they are. And so base it on where and what your child likes to do. So we will do a set, some workbooks and things like that we take and we do in the morning. Like my younger ones, we have the workbooks. We cover the basics of reading, writing, and arithmetic. That's the paperwork. That doesn't take that long. We might do that. It may take an hour for the younger set, for the younger elementary, that they do actual physical writing stuff that they have to do. I'm going to talk writing the whole time, not the teaching part. I'm talking the sitting down, writing things on paper. And that's it. And then as they get older to middle school, guess what? They write more and they do more school, and it's a few more hours. And then by the time they get to high school, they're doing school for a little bit more a day because they're studying and they're trying to get things learning so they can be finished with their schooling. And so, but then the younger ones, then we'll do other things. We'll do real life fun. There's plenty of activities and crafts. You can do painting, you can do drawing, you can do Play-Doh, you can make slime. There's all things. You can learn how to crochet. You can do little science experiments. But there's also like real life things like how to make a fire. Like I have my fire pit over here, and Jensen loves to make a fire. Guess what? Do you know that most people don't know how to make a fire? It's not as simple as just throwing a piece of wood on there and paper and hoping it catches on fire. No, there's like a whole method to how to start a fire. Do you know that's going to be very valuable for your child one day? Yes, if they ever have to make a fire versus just throwing it. If they go, no, I have to put the wood a certain way to block the wind and then get the kindling and stuff underneath, and the stuff that's going to burn is not going to be something wet. Teaching them all those things is a great way for a child to learn. We love getting out in nature and hiking, and I love that my husband is so in tune with everything around, and so he'll look at the tree and be like, oh, look at that moss that it's growing. That moss only grows on is it the north side? I hope I paid attention. The north side where the sun doesn't reach, right? And so then they can teach them direction on how things are when they're out hiking. You can also pull up some different leaves and collect leaves and bring them home. And Brooklyn loves, putting the decoupage glue onto it. What's that stuff called? The decoupage stuff. The decoupaging glue. I can't think what the name of it's called. Mod Podge. And so she loves doing that. And then we like to talk about our leaves. The younger ones will take them and, do the crayons on the paper so it rubs it through and shows the different type of leaves. And then I can show them what kind of leaves they are. And sometimes there's ones we've never seen. And so we get the basics of it. Or we'll see the nuts and the acorns, and then we'll talk about how that would grow, that just drops, and how the squirrels eat it. And they take too many and then they leave them on the ground and then they grow into another tree. And that's where all these trees come from. And so talking with your child, letting them explore and seeing things. Those are all good things to do. What are some more reasons to unschool? It's because it's how entrepreneurs learn. Entrepreneurs, that's what we need in our world, right? Our world is uncertain with jobs and fields, and who knows? People go to college and spend thousands and thousands of dollars and get tons in debt and then not have a job in their field anymore. How does that happen? Because they're preparing you for something that they have no idea what's going to happen. So prepare your child to just go with the flow and to be an entrepreneur, to get creative in times of need. Like many, many times, the best thing you can do is not have any money, because then you get really creative. I'm not going to say that because having money is a good thing, but learning to do things frugally and as inexpensively as you can gets your brain going, oh, well, I could do this or I could do this, and then learn to make my situation work for me. And so being frugal and learning how to, just use with what you have is a great thing. Like gather your Fragment Fridays, not run into the store every time you need something. What else can we use to substitute? Things like that. All those things are good things to teach your children. That's how they're going to learn to pave the way through uncharted waters and then be able to overcome things in business situations and all that, because they're going to learn to look outside of the box and think a little bit differently. Another great thing is that we learn with our kids, right? There's things we can learn with our kids. Like I know my girls love learning. They're into that K-pop stuff and they love Korean. And so they're learning all these things. So they'll sit downstairs and you know what? One of my child does not like writing that she'll write, but she doesn't enjoy writing that much. But you know what? Her Korean, she'll sit down and write and copy Korean words. I'm like, I can't even read it. But it's helped her penmanship become so great because she's written out all these wonderful things on paper. And I'm like, that's pretty awesome. And so she'll sit down there and copy that for hours and just enjoys it. They enjoy speaking and talking and watching things in Korean. And I'm like, I don't even know what you're saying, but they're learning something, and it's just creating things in their brain, and they're learning things a little bit different, but they're still learning at the same time, which is awesome. And they love doing it. So no complaining from mommy. I'm like, look at that. I'm like, you're doing the writing. I'm like, okay, I don't have to worry about penmanship because you're doing a great job. It's Korean, but it helps their American English writing as well. And your learning is unlimited. You learn how to deal with everything in life. Your sink breaks. All right, let's go figure out how to fix it. You know, the knob in the kitchen, my cupboard was all weird. So we have to sit down and figure out why is it doing that. And so it just gets their brains working. Learning is all day long with everything. Learning to adjust to situations in life versus like, this is a cookie cutter, because you can't have, life is not cookie cutter. It's never going to be perfect. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have things. So if you can learn to bend and sway with them, that's going to make you a successful person. I always tell my kids, if you can learn to, like we always had babies screaming or kids loud or something like that. There's chaos all the time. And I tell my kids, I said, you're going to do really good in situations of life where it's stressful and most people can't handle it. I said, because you've learned to thrive in situations where there's chaos all the time, and you do very well with it. And I said, that's a good thing. I said, having it, you know, if you were in a room right now, it was super quiet and you just had no distractions, I said, it'd be pretty easy to read things, right? And to focus and concentrate. I said, now throw some noise in the mixture. I said, most people can't focus and concentrate because all they think about is that noise. I said, but you guys have learned, because there's noise going on all the time in our household. And I said, you're just learning right through all of that, which is really, really good. Now remember, you're not going to see results. You have to be patient in the realm of unschooling. You're not going to see the results right away. Your child is not going to like in school you have like certain benchmarks you have to make. And so in school, in I'm going to say in regular school, you have benchmarks you have to make. You're not going to see that in your child at home. And so you're going to say, oh, they're not really good at here. They're not. Well, don't do that. Don't do that. Base it on, look at the beginning of the year and then look at the end of the year and go, wow, did my child mature? Did they improve? What did they learn this year that they enjoyed doing? And it's not even at the end of the year because it's all year round. And so be patient with their growth. Be patient with what you do. If things are stressful in your situation at home, stop what you're doing and do something else. That's my advice to you. If it's crazy, if you're feeling like you just want to, or you need a break, or it's just too much, then stop what you're doing and do something different. I know this week was a busy week for me. And so I had school, we did school one day, and then like the other day I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to do this today because all I'm going to do is be stressed with them. It's going to be frustrated, and we're not going to want to do anything. And the learning is going to be like, whatever, because I'm all stressed out trying to get things done. Be patient. Tomorrow is a new day, a new chance to start over with a whole new look and go, okay, I can do this. So I just came outside here. The kids are inside painting, getting their houses done, which is good. It's been a good day. It's been a very good relaxed, hands-on day. The kids have been outside helping with the deck. We've been doing some outside stuff. We had breakfast, lunch, and dinner, did some household chores, and then just had a good time doing those fun activities today, because some days you do that, and that's okay, and they're learning. They learned a whole lot. So if you guys want to get any of those Mel Science kits, just look in the link in the description below. They're going to give you 25% off your first subscription month. So look in the link in the description below for the details and where you have to click to sign up. But a pretty cool thing. Very cool for hands-on, because that is not my gifting. That is not my gifting. So to have everything in one complete set, I know people get those other sets and they're like crafts and stuff like that, and that's fun to do. But this is like they're learning something. They're having fun with it. My kids have a great time learning that today. All right, so I'm going to go. We're going to go enjoy the rest of our evening outside sitting by the pool, which is a fun thing to do with Ruby and Maxine. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, got you some ideas for unschooling or some fun things that you can do with your family. So you guys have don't stare at me. All right, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys again tomorrow with another video. Let's go read our psalm for the day. Psalm 109, vengeance invoked upon adversaries. O God of my praise, do not keep silent, for the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are opened against me. They have spoken against me with a lying tongue. They have also surrounded me with words of hatred, and have fought against me without a cause. In return for my love, they attack me. but I am in prayer. They have repaid me evil for good and hatred for my love. Appoint a wicked man against him, and let an attacker stand at his right hand to kill him. When he enters into dispute, let wickedness come about. Let his prayer for help result only in sin. Let his days be few, and let another take his office. Let his children be fatherless, and his wife a widow. Let his children wander and beg. Let them seek their food and be driven far from their ruined homes. Let the creditor seize all that he has, and let strangers plunder the product of his labor. Let there be no one to extend kindness to him, nor let anyone be gracious to his fatherless children. Let his descendants be cut off, and in the following generation let their name be blotted out. Let the wickedness of his fathers be remembered by the Lord, and do not let the sin of his mother be blotted out. Let them be before the Lord continually, that he may cut off their memory from the earth, because the man did not remember to show kindness, but persecuted the suffering and needy man, and the brokenhearted to put them to death. He also loved cursing, and it came back to him. He did not delight in blessing, so it was far from him. He clothed himself with cursing as with his garments, and it seeped into his inner self like water, and like anointing oil into his bones. Let it be to him as a robe with which he covers himself, and as a sash with which he is constantly bound. Let this be the reward of my attackers from the Lord, and of those who speak evil against my life. But you, O God, the Lord, show kindness to me for your name's sake, because your loving kindness, faithfulness, compassion is good. O rescue me, for I am suffering and needy, and my heart is wounded within me. I am vanishing like a shadow when it lengthens and fades. I am shaken off like the locust. My knees are unsteady from fasting, and my flesh is gaunt and without fatness. I also have become a reproach and an object of taunting to others. When they see me, they shake their heads in derision. Help me, O Lord my God. Save me according to your loving kindness, and let them know that this is your hand. You, Lord, have done it. Let them curse, but you bless. When adversaries arise, let them be ashamed, but let your servant rejoice. Let my attackers be clothed with dishonor, and let them cover themselves with their own shame as with a robe. I will give great praise and thanks to the Lord with my mouth, and in the midst of many I will praise him, for he will stand at the right hand of the needy to save him from those who judge his soul. All right, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys again tomorrow with another video. All right, have a blessed day. We'll see ya. Bye.